So you don't get any personal details about them, right? You just get a list of their lives?
Yeah, I don't get like their names or their faces or anything like that. For instance, you wouldn't be like Thomas Ohana, you would just be case number 0084 or something. It's just data work, really. I basically get a list of what went on during their lives. I compare it to national averages, see how it matches up to other factors in their life, things like that. Any information I think is pertinent. Then I write up my report on whether I think they've gotten into heaven or not, and hand it into the brass.
So just like that, you just make the decision?
Yeah, pretty much.
Have you never thought about the weight of all that?
I thought about it a little bit in the beginning, but honestly, the workload hasn't been too bad.
No. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about, have you ever thought about the weight of the job itself?
What do you mean?
Well, you're deciding people's literal eternal judgment, right? People are going to spend an incomprehensible amount of time in heavenly bliss or suffering in hell because of a few Excel spreadsheets.
I mean, yeah, it's just the way the job works, man. Like, I think of it as doing a public service, but it's really not my fault that they end up on my desk.
Just like that? It's not your problem?
It's just the way the world works, man.
Right. So, how goes the job?
It's alright. I finished 5 reports today, I think.
So, just over an hour and a half
For what?
for you to decide whether somebody goes to heaven or hell.
Yeah, give or take, I guess. I mean, today's cases were pretty easy, so.
So what you're saying is, you can analyze an entire lifetime and come to a fair decision about where they deserve to go in an hour and a half.
Okay, Thomas, look, it isn't like that, alright? Most of the stuff is already done for me as it is, alright? Everything is already analyzed by the algorithm, and we generally side with whatever the algorithm would have chosen if it was let be, alright? Reversing a decision is a pretty uncommon outcome. Okay, you have that look on your face again. What?
Do I really need to explain to you how insane that all sounds?
How many times do I have to tell you that this is just the way the job is?
Well, I just don't know what's more shocking. How the job is, or how okay with it you are.
Okay, look, Thomas, I don't want to think about it, okay? I want to do my job, get my paycheck at the end of the month, and go home. Anything that happens outside of my job is none of my business, and all my job is data analysis.
Yeah, and it's easy for you to say that when your whole workplace just pretends they're not working with real people.
Look, I'm not some rabid believer in the government or the system or whatever you want to call it, but people make their decisions in life, and they get sent where they're sent. Bad people are bad people.
Oh, come on. No, nothing's that simple. You should know that. Do you remember your poli-sci class where you preached to the choir about the fundamental issues with generalized judgment? Hell, back then you were doing it with so much gusto.
Okay. Look, that's enough, all right? That was a long time ago.
All I'm saying is, desk life has changed you. Just don't forget, those aren't just blips on a data sheet. Those are real people. real human lives, or souls, or something.
Fine.
He wants to see you.
Come in.
You wanted to see me, sir?
Yes, Judas, have a seat. How's your first month been here, Judas?
All right, I suppose.
Good, good. It appears to me you fit in exactly as I expected you to. Judas, I have a question about one of your cases. Case number 00850939, a case from the Hastings area, a drug addict. Average statistics for this kind of case brought to us after the applicant was struck by a car.
Yeah, I remember the case. What about it?
Your decision. You went against the choice of the algorithm and approved the applicant despite the multiple felony charges on the file. I'm not sure I understand your reasoning here.
Well, they had consistent care of their child throughout their entire duration, as well as multiple attempts at and phases of sobriety.
I understand that, Judas. I still think I'm missing your reasoning.
Well, I suppose with the attempt of good that they were doing throughout their lives, as well as mitigating factors throughout their childhood, I gave them the benefit of the doubt.
The benefit of the doubt. Judas, look. We follow a strict guideline that ensures the most efficient and non-variable result for every case under our purview. If we were to stray from the algorithm for just a second for the sake of surface-level sentimentalism, the whole integrity of the algorithm and the guideline will be brought under strict scrutiny.
I understand, sir, but
I'm going to make myself perfectly clear. I will not have renegades enacting their emotional crusades under my supervision. Am I understood?
Yes, sir. I apologize.
I am reversing your decision on the case. And this is a warning. If I see any similar behavior, I'll be ordering an investigation into your irregular decision-making habits. I expect this to be a one-time mistake, Judas. Good. Dismissed.
He just tore into me. I mean, he wasn't like angry, he wasn't raging, but I could feel his look. It was like I was a baby being scolded for drawing crayon on the wall.
Is he always like that?
I don't know. I mean, I don't interact with him directly very often. I just don't understand what I did wrong other than go against the algorithm.
Well, that's your whole job, isn't it? You make those decisions so people aren't chewed up by some computer software.
Exactly. I just don't understand what the point of my position is if I'm just going to get reamed for going against the decision that was already made. I thought my whole point was to correct the system, not just reinforce what it already chose.
Well, welcome to the government. I guess you're part of the machine now.
I'm not real. That's me?
You sent him to hell. He was a good man and you sent him to hell. And now he's gonna suffer for eternity because of your rules and stupid fucking quotas.
I don't... What?
Look at him. Don't fucking talk. I want you to look. Look at him. This is my father. His name's Adam Armstrong. And I want you people to remember that while you sit here in your ivory tower staring at graphs and data all day, you forget what you fucking do to people. So I want you to look at him. I want you to face the person he sentenced to an eternity of pain and suffering while you stay here in your fucking suit and tie playing God. Do you feel it? Do you feel that fear? The fear of knowing that you'll go to hell for something that you've done? Because you will, and you'll feel it right there with my father. And you can look him in the eyes while you suffer, and you can... Are you okay?
Somehow I dodged complete hearing loss, but I'm never gonna hear properly out of that ear again.
Well, that's good. Are you okay?
You're right. I don't understand any of this. I'm not ready for any of this. This is fucked. This whole job is fucked. This whole system is fucked. All of this adjudication bullshit is just... How can I make that decision for somebody else? How can anybody make that decision for somebody else? How is that even fair or possible, or how does that make any sense? I have sent people to hell, Thomas. I have sent so many people to hell.
Okay, all right. Cut it out, Judas. Cut it out, okay? Okay? None of this is your fault. Someone tried to kill you today. That wasn't your fault either. You just need to take some time to think on this.
I need to find that file. I need to find that file and I need to fix this. I need to figure out what
Judas.
went wrong.
I'm taking you home. You're gonna rest. You don't gotta worry about any of this.
Come in. Judas, what do you need?
Hello, sir. Can I just talk to you for a moment?
Make it quick. I have a meeting with the Justice Administration in 30 minutes.
Sir, I'm having a really difficult time with this whole Adam Armstrong situation.
The who situation?
The guy who came in and almost shot me.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry about that. How's your ear?
It's fine. That's not the point. Look, I reviewed his file, okay? It's the file that you reversed my decision on a little while back. I really don't think it was a fair reversal at all.
Well, that's not really your decision, is it, Judas? Look, if you have a complaint, you can file it with the board. Otherwise, I must be going.
Sir, this is not right. Look, I reviewed his file, okay? He was a good man. I understand that he had a multitude of mistakes in his life. I understand that it may not exactly match with the guideline, but it's not fair to just throw him in with the rest of the drug addicts and do that to him and his son. He deserves better.
So what? You think we should just scrap the entire guideline because you don't think it's right?
No, I just think
You just think what? We need to be more humane, be more compassionate? It's always the same thing with you people. What? You didn't think you were the first person to have this little epiphany, did you? This is the way the world works. The guideline and the algorithm are a way to keep function and stability in our society. My job is to ensure it runs smoothly without issue. Without it, we would be in a state of chaos. Do you know how much drug abuse has fallen in Canada since the algorithm was introduced? 47%. The government has saved $3 billion on rehabilitation programs. Our job isn't to send people to heaven as righteous passage. Our job is to control an emotional state of society and make sure those animals don't rip themselves to pieces. So if you can't maintain your composure in this job, and you have all these problems coming to my desk every single day, you can pack your shit up and get out right now. You know what? You're fired. I don't have time to sit here and listen to you whine about some fucking junkie. Get out of my office.